Good morning students, welcome you all in this English class. Students, today we will do lesson number 8 of your supplementary book, that is The Hack Driver, written by Sinclair Lewis. First I will give a little introduction of the lesson. The story The Hack Driver by Sinclair Lewis is about a man whose name was Oliver Lutkins. He was a cunning man who was a witness in a case, but he ignored of the request for appearing. A young lawyer was given the duty to find this man in New Mullion. There he meets a helpful and cheerful hack driver. The driver takes him around the village in search of Lutkins but is unable to find him. Later on, the lawyer came to know that the hack driver was Oliver Lutkins himself. The young lawyer becomes the laughing stock of all. So students, I am going to start with the explanation. Listen it carefully. The narrator gives his introduction. That afternoon, completing his graduation with honors, he got selected for a job of junior assistant clerk in a very famous law firm. But instead of preparing legal papers like a lawyer, he had to deliver the court orders to various people whom he had referred to as his victim. He said so because in many of the cases he had to face very awkward situations where he was beaten up by them. One day, the narrator was very happy to know that he had to visit a place which was 40 miles away from the place where he lived. He states that the town which he had to visit was New Mullion. He had to visit this place in order to serve summons court orders to a man named Oliver Lutkins. Oliver Lutkins was a witness or observer in some case, and the firm needed him for that case, but he had constantly been neglecting the letters sent by the law firm. When the narrator reached New Mullion, his excitement about visiting a village was washed off. It happened so because the village was not as per his expectations. The streets were in a bad condition as they were full of mud. The shops were also very dull. Everything he saw was full of dullness, making him sad. But then he saw a delivery man who was about 40 years old and was very cheerful. The narrator went up to this cheerful delivery man and told him that he was searching for a man named Oliver Lutkins. The delivery man quickly repeated the name of the person being searched by the clerk. He then told him that he saw Lutkins an hour ago. He also told him that it was not easy to find him as he was always up to something. Then he told him that Lutkins could be found at Frist's shop where he played a card game known as poker. He also inquired him about the urgency of finding Lutkins. The clerk replied that it was very urgent to find Lutkins as he had to go back to the city by the afternoon train. Too, the delivery man said that he had a horse cart and he would help him in finding Lutkins. The clerk was impressed by the friendly and caring behavior of the delivery man. He says that though he knew that he was trying to earn some money from him, but he accepted his offer because he was a very nice man. It was because of his nice and friendly behavior that he accepted that offer, but he cracked the deal at $2 per hour. Later on, he suggested, as the hack driver was working hard for him, he told him the truth behind his search. He told him that Lutkin was a witness in a very important case, but he was not helping them out by giving them the details. That information of Lutkins could help them in solving the case quickly. The driver heard all this seriously and then hit on the clerk's shoulder and said that they would surprise Lutkins by catching him and fulfilling the clerk's purpose. They start their search for Lutkins. On their way, the head driver introduced himself as Bill or Magnuson and said that his business was called William Magnuson Fancy Carting and Hacking. The clerk replied in a very friendly way that now he and Bill should begin their search mission. Bill also told him that Lutkins was fond of playing poker and also praised his ability to cheat others. We drove to Gust Off's barber shop. Again, Will went in first. Then I lingered. Here also Will went inside the shop first and the clerk waited for him outside. They had to face the anger of the hairdresser because Lutkin had not paid him $35. But one of the customers told them that he had seen Lutkins in the main street near the hotel. When they were about to climb the hat again, Bill guessed that Lutkin may have gone to Gray's barber shop as his credit limit with Gustav had ended. But when they reached Gray's shop, they came to know that Lutkins left the place just 5 minutes ago. They decided to visit the pool room. Someone told them that he had left after buying cigarettes. The clerk asked Bill about having lunch. He offered to buy lunch for both of them from restaurant. Bill replied that there were only 4 restaurants and none of them were good. He said that he would get food from his wife. Bill also suggested the clerk to buy a food parcel from his wife as he had to pay only $50, which was far less than the price of the restaurant meal, which was only and non-tasty. He also suggested that they both go up the Wade's Hill, which was a nice place to view while they had their lunch. Narrator says that he knew that Bill was not helping him because of his helping nature, but because he was earning from him. He was getting paid for 6 hours he spent with the clerk. Even the lunch hour, during which they were sitting idle on the hilltop, they was comfortable with this because his law firm would bear all his expenses. So he felt it to be dishonesty on his own part. Anyway, he was happy to get to the company of such a cheerful person like Bill. Bill knew nothing about colleges and cities. Maybe because he never got the chance to visit these places, but he knew everything about the villages and small towns as he had done types of jobs at these places. He got his ideology of simplicity and cheerful nature as a gift by exploiting these places. He tried to build faith in the narrator that they would surely catch Lutkins. Both of them left the beautiful fields and restarted their search mission. When they reached the farmland, they found a heavily built, cheerful old lady. Bill went up to her with guts and introduced himself by saying that he was Bill Magnuson and also told her that he was searching for her son Oliver. To this, the lady replied by shouting that she knew nothing about him. Bill got bit strict with a lady and said that they had been through tough and confusing things, and then introduced her to the clerk by saying that he was a person appointed by the city court. He also said that they had got the legal right to search her house to find Oliver Lutkins. The reaction of the lady was so horrible that Bill murmured to the clerk to leave the place. He agreed that the behavior of the woman was very rude, yet they managed to search the whole house, including the outside and the stable. And it was a single story building. They managed to search the whole of it and could not find Lutkins, as the clerk was getting later for his train. Therefore, Bill took him to the station. Though the narrator was not so worried about finding Lutkin, but his firm was. The people that got very upset on hearing that he was not able to serve the summons. He was insulted by being called shameful and useless. He felt that it was his last day in the office as his career was about to end. The narrator's chief was very angry with him. He treated him so badly that the clerk felt as if he would murder him. Not only this, he also suggested to him that he was better for the job of tilling a drain or something. He was again sent to New Mullen with a man who had worked with Lutkins. The clerk was feeling bad not for what happened, but because he would miss the chance to be with Bill. When both the narrator and his new partner reached New Mullen station, they saw Bill on the platform. But to his surprise, Bill was taking and laughing with Lutkin's mother, whom the narrator compared to a tigress for her rude behavior. He then told his partner that it was Bill, a nice man who helped him search for Lutkins. But he was surprised by the answer given by the companion that the man who helped him find Lutkins was none other than Lutkin himself. The thing that pinched the narrator a lot was that both the mother and son were laughing at him when he served Lutkins with the summons. Not only this, they requested him to join them for a coffee at neighbor's house because they were the only people left in the village who had not seen him yesterday. When he was searching for Lutkins, though Lutkins was riding with him in the hag. So students, we have completed the story. Listen it carefully and do the work which I will give you, and again I will meet you in the Zoom class and explain it. So God bless you. Have a nice day.